Alright guys, we crossed the border southwards, now into Belgium. Now Belgium is a trilingual country. They speak French, Dutch, and there's an itty bitty part out in the east where they speak German, although that's kind of falling by the wayside. By how much, I don't know. There's a lot of there's certainly been some government initiations to kind of keep that region alive, kind of keep that language alive as an official one, along with obviously French and Dutch. Now, haven't been here long, but I have noticed you do hear more French here being spoken than Dutch, for sure. But yeah, I was gonna film this intro at the Grand Palace, but it was heavily occupied with quite a lot of music, quite a lot of sound and acoustics. So I figured, film it behind this bad boy. Now, in the early half of the 20th century, Belgium did have quite the colonial empire. It certainly wasn't on the level of, say, France or Britain or Spain or even Portugal for that matter, but they did have control of what is now the Democratic Republic of the Congo, DRC, and also what is now Rwanda, Burundi. And needless to say, this was a very, very brutal reign that they had, headed by King Leopold II, and then eventually the next of kin and like the third and all that. There were these rubber plantations they had. I remember learning about this in college, actually, in a Western civilizations class, and it was very brutal. They if they didn't meet the quotas, the native population of the Congo, they would chop off their hands and do much worse. So there's quite a dark past to everything you kind of see here. So just remember that. You see why I didn't film the intro here? Yeah. Guys, I love how clear cut that was. You know, just walking down the street, it's pretty empty around here, but look at back there. Wow. Lots of fellow tourists back there. And now there's like barely anybody around here. This video isn't doctored, by the way. This is seriously a neighborhood called Stalingrad. Haven't you heard? It's the Soviet part of Brussels. A lot of babushkas and vodka, kvass, all that.
I mean, like, you weren't like, I'm not perfect either.
Alright, it's a new day. I guess nothing says welcome to Belgium like being woken up by two people boinking it up at 9 in the morning. But you see that waffle in the other scene? Fucking fantastic. I don't care if it was €9. I don't care if that's like a tourist trap price. That shit was banging. Now, one thing I noticed about a lot of the touristy areas around here is it's much closer to the airport, whereas Amsterdam, you like barely hear the planes flying overhead. You might see them in the distance, but you don't hear them like taking off or landing. So that's one big difference. And obviously all the city planning was done well before my time, and probably all of our time too. Well, aside from the airport, that's obviously the newest thing, or at least one of them. I'm sure there's housing projects that were built after the airport. You know what I mean. Abso-doggone-lutely. And don't tell me this is anti-Semitism, because it fucking isn't. This is truth. Nothing like another stroll in the park. Yeah, and there you go, guys. The Royal Palace. Love the Belgian flag waving proudly. They're doing some renovation work, as you can see behind me, at the place, the Palace of Justice.
Fajnie wieczorem wygląda. Patrz, tam atomium jest. Widzisz?
Now along that particular road, you see quite a bit of those gold indications, those gold platings in front of the flats. And like I said in one of the Dutch videos, that's obviously like a family or and like just several people who were taken to the concentration camps during World War II. And obviously your chance of surviving one of those places were slim to none. So just, you know, very several countries you can find those, but yeah, it just marks, yeah, where a family once lived until they were taken to their death. Well guys, I understand there hasn't been a lot of commentary in this video, at least not on the second day I'm here, because I'm condensing these 2 days into one video. But I think I showed you a fair amount of the city here. There's definitely more. Now, here's the thing also. I feel like most people, when they travel to, say, like Amsterdam to Paris, or vice versa, Paris to Amsterdam, they totally skip over this lovely country, this lovely capital city. And it's a damn shame, because there definitely is stuff that Belgium has to offer, not only here, but also in some other cities, as you will see in upcoming videos. So, you know, if you're thinking about traveling to Paris, Amsterdam, whatever, definitely try to squeeze in Brussels if you can, Belgium if you can. Trust me, you won't regret it.